Hello everyone, what's up? So now we are going to understand in the next 90 minutes the concept of planning and operational variance, and my goodness, so important. Guaranteed can be asked in the exam for 15 marks. Very important concept, and if done properly, it will give you the maximum marks. See, this is what we are speaking of. If you want to download this, go to the Telegram channel given in the description box below. From the Telegram channel, you will be able to download this PDF, and then you can just watch the lectures, grasp the concept, understand everything, and the sure shot 15 marks will be for you. All right, chalo, let's begin the session.
Okay guys, good morning. How are you all doing?
All good, sir.
All good. Chalo. So now we are going to start today with a very important concept which can be asked in the examination for 10 marks and has already been asked in the exam in the 10 marks. See, you guys keep looking here. Manage it for some time. So planning and operational variance. Now this is an international concept. You know, how did this arise? I'll give you two examples. And based on that, you will understand why the concept of planning and operational variance is very necessary in today's scenario. Okay, are you ready with my examples, everyone? Yes. So what is the concept that we are going to start with? Correct. Very, very, very important. Planning and operational variance. For this, as I told you, I will take two examples, and I am sure based on those examples, everything will be clear. This is not, as I said, an Indian concept. We have adopted it from international concept because, see, internationally they are using standard costing for a long time. So they realize that there are few loopholes in standard costing, and in order to overcome those loopholes, the whole concept of planning and operational variance was introduced. I'll start with the example. Suppose we have a institution. Suppose I have my own institution, and there is a team which is working. So what am I doing? Say I have an institution SK Virtuals, and in my classes there are a few sales people who are working to ensure that we sell our pen drive and everything. Now suppose this is, today is May, say 1st May 2024. Okay. Now the exams happen on 1st of May, all of us know. So the exams were there. Approximately 1 lakh students appeared for CA intermediate examinations. Of that, the result was 25%. So 25,000 students cleared the examinations. Let's assume there are two groups, 25% have cleared both the groups. So 25,000 students have cleared both the groups. Okay. Now, the moment they clear both the groups, can I say they become eligible for, tell me, CA final examinations? And then they come into CA final, so obviously they will start doing different subjects. For costing, every one of you recommended only one name, and all of them came to me for pen drive lectures, Google Drive lectures. I'm very thankful to you. You want some commission for that? Okay, please transfer 2,000 in their bank account. So all of the students, obviously when they come to CA final examinations, there are 8 subjects. Now SK Virtuals teaches only one subject, which is costing. So 25,000 students cleared the examinations. Of this 25,000 students, the students who took our costing, say Google Drive, pen drive lectures, were approximately, say 10,000 students. How many? 10,000 students took our lectures. So can I say, acha, tell me, so what is the market size in this question? Can I say 25,000 is the market size? By 25,000 students have cleared intermediate and have come into CA final, right? I am a professor who is teaching only at CA final level for now. So 25,000 students is the market size for me, yes or no? Of which, how much is the market share that we have captured? Let's keep this as 7,500. So what is the market share that we have captured? Tell me. 30% market share is captured by us. Are we clear, everybody? Now you are relating to the terms market size, market share. Everybody, yes? Yes. All right. So we have 30% market share, 7,500 students have registered with us, and a very good performance, and everything is going great. Now, so this is, I was happy with my sales team that they were able to sell 7,500 pen drives to the students, and things going very well. Now every company, like every company, what does every company have a vision? Can I say they all want to grow? Correct. Again, we yesterday discussed about the annual general meetings. In the annual general meetings, what is the discussion that you are going to go? That how the company is going to grow itself, right? So can I expect myself as a business also to grow? Correct. So this time, if I have captured 30% market share and I have sold 7,500 students pen drive, can I say next year I can keep a higher target for my team? Yes or no? Yes. Arey bolo. Yes. So I told them, okay, last time you had converted 7,500 students. This time you have to ensure that you convert 10,000 students. And my team was really pumped up for this. So I told them that if you convert 10,000 students, then in that case I will give you a big bonus. How many students have converted? I will give you 20% as bonus. So they were really happy. All of them were very pumped up and told that chalo, let's ensure that we convert 10,000 students in the next attempt when the results will come, and we will definitely get a huge amount of bonus. So they were all excited. Are we clear till here? Cut 1, is it clear to you? Example? Okay, then we move on to the next attempt. So next attempt will be in November, correct? So November the exams happen, say 1st of November, say 2024, the exams happen. Okay, again this time instead of 1 lakh students, this time 50,000 students appeared in examinations. Or let's take say 75,000 students appeared in the examination. Of these 75,000 students, only 7,500 students cleared, or let's take 20%. So 15,000 students cleared the examinations. Can I say so 20% was the passing percentage? So can I say 15,000 students have now entered what? Correct. In the CA final examination stream. Are we understanding? Of this 15,000 students, this time 7,000 students have enrolled with us. How many students have enrolled with us? Are we clear, everybody? So 7,000 students have enrolled with us, and this is where the whole thing ends. Now my team comes to me in the cabin and gives me this report that, sir, this time 7,000 students have enrolled with us for the pen drive and Google Drive, as against 7,500 last time. What would be my reaction? My reaction was, I almost, whatever I had in my hand, I almost threw it to them. Don't worry, man. Yeah. I almost threw it on them. I was like, what the hell is going on? Here we were planning to keep 10,000 students conversion as a target, and you guys have only converted 7,000 students. We have gone down in terms of the overall number of students that we have registered. Are you gone crazy? Now I will cut your salary and I will fire some of you. Am I justified? Hey, I'm not angry, huh? It's just overacting that I'm doing. I'm not angry. So can I say 7,000 students conversion were there? Last year was 7,500 students, so I really got irritated and I was very angry on my staff. I almost threw few things on my staff and then told I will fire some of you, so on and so forth. Will my staff listen to me on this or not? No. Will they reply me by saying a logical thing, yes or no? Yes. So they will say, oh sir, calm down, it's okay, we understand that your sales has probably gone down, but you also need to understand the market situation. Are we understanding, guys? Now if it was a traditional standard costing, are you listening? If it was a traditional standard costing, like my traditional thought process would have compared, you know what, my traditional standard costing would have compared 7,500 students conversion with 7,000 students conversion. Are you understanding? If this comparison is done directly, then can I say we will see a 500 adverse? Are we understanding? 500 adverse in terms of students? Are we clear? But is this 500 adverse justified? Is this 500 justified? The answer is no. This 500 adverse is not justified. So what should you feel should be done? So you are saying that, sir, this comparison of 7,500 and 7,000 is not correct. You are saying that, no? Bolo? Yes. Okay. So you are saying that, sir, 500 adverse that has come, and then you are unnecessarily shouting to the to your staff is not justified, sir. They have in fact done a good job, is what you are trying to say. Why? Why so? I will tell you, 7,500 students were registered last time, 7,000 have only registered. Why are you taking their side? What is your problem? So what is your answer for that? So what has happened is, sir, you are not comparing apple to apple. You understand that what I am saying? Are we comparing the right things? I am comparing this 7,500 students with this 7,000 students, but that direct comparison is improper, no? Why is it improper? Let's try and understand. Sir, try and understand, sir. Now my staff is explaining me, okay? Try and understand what they are trying to explain. They are telling me, sir, last time, sir, 1 lakh students appeared, sir. Of which, sir, last time 25% results were there, sir. Now, is this two things in the control of my staff? Yes or no? How many students are going to appear and how many students are going to clear? Is that in the hands of my team? No. That is in the hands of? No, ICAI. All of this is in the hands of ICAI. ICAI controls everything. How many students are going to appear in the examinations, how many students are going to clear the examination. So everything is in the hands of ICAI. Sir, what can we do if less number of students have appeared, and because of this less number of students have cleared also this time is less. Last time passing percentage was 25%. No, this time passing percentage is how much? 20%. Number of students who gave exams last time was 1 lakh. This time number of students also gave exams less. So, sir, how can you blame us for that? So, can I say, in the traditional costing, what was happening was few uncontrollable things were also being imposed on the employees for which they were not responsible. Are yes or no? Yes. Suppose for this same example, if even your boss, suppose you are also doing your articleship, suppose if your boss comes and tells you you are not doing a good job, will you agree with them? The answer is no. What you will try to do is, you will first try to get them at a comparable level. Are we understanding? So let us first, so this is what internationally they try to do. They try to get this at a comparable level. They try to get this at a comparable level. How will we do this? See here. What was the original standard that we had set? What was the original standard that we had set? We had set an original standard that this time how many pen drives should be sold? 10,000 students pen drive should be sold. Are we understanding, guys? Can I say this 10,000 students target was kept based in mind that this time also 25,000 students will clear the examinations? In short, we are expecting a 40% conversion ratio. Are we understanding, guys? So we were expecting a 40% conversion ratio based on these original standards were kept. Are yes? Okay. Actually, how many students have converted to us? Can I say 7,000 students have converted with us? Yes or no? So now we are comparing that 10,000 students should have converted, but only 7,000 students have converted. Last time was 7,500. This time it has gone down. So original or traditional costing will compare 10,000 students with 7,000 students. Is that comparable? Are you okay with all of this which is happening if it is being compared? The answer is no, sir. This is not apple to apple comparison. This is not a correct comparison. So can I say, in order to have a proper comparison, don't you feel we should have a revised standard based on how the market situations have changed here? Don't you feel that? Are bolo? And that is what the International Council took a decision that yes, original standard comparing directly with the actuals will not work in a scenario where things are changing dynamically. Don't we know that we are living in currently in today's age and scenario, we are living in a place where technology is changing every day. Yes? Where fashion is changing every day. Where probably because of wars, every commodity prices is changing every day. Are yes or no? Yes. So when so much things are changing on a regular basis, can this comparison of original standard with actual standard hold true? The answer is no, and therefore there was a need felt to introduce something called as a revised standard. Something called as a revised. Are we understanding now? How will we make a revised standard in this scenario? Try and understand. Can I say I am the owner, I told my team to get 40% market share. So basically what is my intention? To cover the 40% market share? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Last attempt we had 30% market share. Last time we had 30% market share. Last time we had 30% market share. Now we are planning to have 40% market share. So now this time how many students have cleared the examination? This time how many students have cleared the examination? Can I say 15,000 students have cleared the examinations? How much market share am I expecting? 40%. Correct. Last year was 30%. This time 30% growth. 30% plus 30% growth will be approximately 39%, which is what I am expecting. Yes or no? So how many students have cleared the examination? Sir, 15,000. How many students have cleared the examination? How many students have cleared the examination? Of which, what is the market share that I am expecting? 40%. So how many students? So can I say, if I really want my staff to achieve the objective that I have set for them, which is a 40% conversion market share, can I say my reverse standards to them should have been how much? 6,000. And they have got how much? Now my staff will start shouting at me. Who made you a chartered accountant, sir? Huh? Sir, 6,000 students, even if we had converted 6,000 students, you should have been happy because we have achieved the target that you have said. In fact, leave aside 6,000, we have gone 17% higher than what was our original standard. Sir, give us bonus. Are we understanding, guys? So this is what international standard costing does to you. They have told that let's convert the original standard to the revised standard. And then comparison between revised standard and actual standard is justified. Hey, comparison between revised standard and actual standard is justified, yes or no? Yes. And this is what now we need to understand in planning and operational variance. They told that when you are comparing the original standard with the actual standard, there will always be two factors which are there. There will always be two factors which are there. One which is controllable, other which is uncontrollable. One which is controllable. Now, if my staff would have got conversion less than 6,000 students, if they would have got say 5,500 students, then can I say my shouting would have been justified? Yes. Then can I say my shouting would have been justified because to get 6,000 students was in their hands. That was a controllable factor. Yes. These guys are not answering me. Yes, please answer no. Yes or no? Yes, sir. So can I say this comparison between revised and actual, can I say is a controllable comparison, yaar? Can I say is a controllable? And the comparison between original and revised is a uncontrollable comparison. Can I say is a uncontrollable comparison? So over a period of time, they developed two variances called as planning and operational variance. Called as planning and operational variance. The whole of Chennai should listen what you guys are saying, man. Even I am not able to listen. They developed two variances. Planning and operational variances. You guys don't give them breakfast every day. Give them breakfast, man. It's okay. It's okay. Don't get so serious. Sit down. So there are two variances which came, planning and operational variances. Are we understanding? In order to tackle the situation of controllable and uncontrollable variance, in order to tackle the situation of controllable and uncontrollable variance. Now, as a business, if I take the controllable variances into picture and then I do their evaluation, is that justified? Yes or no? Yes. So controllable variances should be more taken into performance evaluation, and that controllable and uncontrollable variances called to be known as planning and operational variance. So this controllable or uncontrollable variance is called as a planning variance. It's called as a planning. And controllable comparison is called as a operational variance. Because here for original standard to revised standard we cannot plan. because how many students are going to appear, can we plan? How many students are going to clear the examinations, can we plan? So that is not in our control, uncontrollable variance called as planning variance. But can I say if 6,000 students should have been registered with us, can I say that is in our control? That is manageable operationally by us. Are we understanding? That is called as planning and operational variances. I hope you guys are clear. So uncontrollable part is called as uncontrollable part is called as controllable part is called as. Are we clear, everybody? Yes. Clear with the example? You guys are clear? Nice. Second example. Let's take another example so that you will never ever forget it in your life. Example number 2. Example number 2. Example number 2 says that let's take a practical current example. Suppose I am a courier based agency, or you understand delivery and all of these are there, DTDC, FedEx, all of these are there. Have you heard of these names? Yes, sir. Oh, very good. Courier companies, DTDC, FedEx and all of that. Tell me, what is the major source of expense, or what is the major cost that these courier, DTDC, FedEx, operational logistics companies incur? What is their major cost? Can I say transportation, sir? But obvious, that is their major cost. Yes or no? Yes. So we have in these companies, we have something called as a expenditure manager specifically taking care of transportation cost. Justified? Yes? Okay. So this manager, suppose I am the owner of FedEx or DTDC or delivery or all of these companies. I am the owner of that company. Can I say I will call my transport or exportation expenses manager? Yes. And I will ask him to prepare a budget for me. Yes. Arey bolo. Yes, sir. Okay. He will prepare a budget for me, and based on that budget, we will decide what decision is to be taken. So he makes a budget for me. So can I say that becomes my original standard? He prepares a budget for me and I ask him, okay, so boss, total, I am the owner of DTDC, my transportation manager is sitting in front of me. I ask him, boss, how many kilometers are going to be totally used? See, transportation is the main cost, right? So one from that, what is their main work? Logistics, courier, take parcel from one place, deliver it to part B, take parcel from part C, deliver it to part D. That's their main work. Are yes? Yes. So that is what. So he told me that's a total in all. We will be consuming total, sir, 50,000 kilometers in the whole year. So that is what their judgment will be, to estimate how many kilometers will we run. Are yes or no? Yes. Okay. Okay. So then I asked him, okay, what will be the rate of petrol per kilometer? So he said that, sir, see, currently, sir, we have 150 rupees is the petrol price, but over a period of time, in the span of whole year, looking at the total scenario, sir, probably 200 per liter will be the, say, petrol, or 200 per kilometer will be the petrol cost. Okay, so what is the total cost that we are expecting based on original standard? Rupees? Rupees? Tell me. 10 lakhs. Okay, 10 lakh rupees. Are we understanding, guys? So I am, who am I? I am the owner of DTDC, FedEx, whatever, right? There is a transportation manager. Yeah, substance over form, whatever be the amount, man. 1 crore, baba. Okay, happy? Very good. Okay, who am I? Okay, owner of DTDC, FedEx. Whom did I call? Transportation manager. I called the transportation manager and I told him, boss, how many kilometers are we going to travel? Because see, you are the main manager for me, because your expenditure is going to be the highest expenditure. I need to budget that in a proper manner. So he said, sir, don't worry, 50,000 kilometers we will run, and 200 per kilometer is the fuel rate that is going to be for us, and rupees 1 crore will be the cost. Okay, so I told him no problem. So 1 crore I will have to estimate as a cost, and accordingly we will have to decide our courier rates and courier prices, right? Yes. Everybody, right? Yes. Okay, so based on this, our original standard was set, and I told him that, okay, if you adhere to this standard, which is 50,000 kilometers at 200 per kilometer, 1 crore if you totally incur, then in that case I will give you a bonus. I will be happy with your work. He said, okay, sir, thank you so much, I will try my best, and he goes. Okay, this is what we decided on, say, 1st Jan 2024. 1st Jan 2024, we decided that, we made a budget. Okay, now on This we decided for from 1st Jan 2024 to 31st of December 2024. This decision was taken for the whole year. Standards were made. Now in the month of say March, on 31st of March 2024, there was a world war. There was a world war. There was a world war between Russia and Ukraine. Now, if there is a world war, will it affect the fuel prices? Yes. Can I say they will? Shoot up, boss. Before the Russia-Ukraine war that began, there was a time in COVID, the prices of crude oil were negative. There was a day when price of crude oil was negative. On the day when all of this happened, the price of crude oil increased beyond $120 per barrel, which was once zero or negative. Can you imagine the rise and fall that happens? Or suppose for some reasons in the month of May 2024, there is some bombing which happens on Saudi Arabia. Can I say Russia, Saudi Arabia or the Gulf countries, these are the major exporters of oil. Now if there is a war in Russia, will they export the oil? Yes or no? The answer is no. So if they will not export, then there will be a global shortage. If there is any shortage of a product, can I say the prices rise? Yes. This is a basic economics, no yaar? Yes. Or say for example, there is a bombing in Saudi Arabia or in Saudi Aramco, the main gas station. Obviously there will again be a shortage of oil, and if there is a shortage of oil, fuel price will increase. Are we understanding? And this is what happened. And when our manager was making the actuals, you know what happened? The kilometers that he used, when he was making the actuals, our manager, when he was making the actuals, he saw that, sir, 50,000 kilometers which I have promised, I have consumed only 50,000 kilometers. But the price of fuel will increase or decrease? Increase immensely. The fuel price which we thought 200 has now increased to rupees 600 per kilometer. What will now be the total actual cost that has happened? Can I say 3 crores? This actuals report goes on the desk of the owner, that is me. I will do the comparison. What comparison I will do? Bloody moron, you had told me that 1 crore cost will be incurred for transportation. You have incurred 3 crores, thrice the amount. Is my shouting justified? No. Is my scolding him justified? No. Why? Are we understanding? So can I say, let's first get it to a level where I can make him controllable. So can I say comparison of original standard with the actuals, is that justified? So can I say, somebody said yes. Comparison of original standards with actuals, is it justified? No. Can I say we will need something in between, called as a? Awesome. Are we understanding, guys? So he will say, sir, wait, sir. First make a revised standard. So based on revised standard, we saw that kilometers, how many kilometers? 50,000 kilometers. So he had told us originally 50,000 kilometers will be used, correct? Now also 50,000 kilometers are used. So is there a problem with the kilometers? No problems at all. But can I say rate has changed? He said that's a current rate, as per the current rate of barrel which is going on, the rate is rupees 650 per kilometer, and accordingly the amount should have been 3 crore 50 lakhs or something of that sort. Now if you want to compare, no sir, compare. Or, chalo, he says me that, sir, the rate is now, the rate of per barrel kilometer is 575 per kilometer. I have bought it at what amount? 600. So it is only 25 per kilometer into 50,000. How much is that? Sally? 25 into 50,000 I want, macha. Sorry? Correct, sir. Only 12,50,000 amount has increased because of my issue. Agreed. That is my problem. You can penalize me for that. But don't shout and tell me that, sir, 1 crore and the cost has inflated to 3 crore. Thrice the amount has gone up. Are we understanding, guys? Or suppose you may say that, sir, instead of 675, sir, this price is now in the market at 650 per kilometer. Are we understanding? Yes. So 50,000 into 650 is how much? Say whatever is the amount. So can I say now you'll say, sir, market is selling this same fuel at 650. I have sold this fuel at only, I have bought this fuel only at 600 because of my negotiating power. Are we understanding, guys? Yes, so can I say this revised and actual is called as a controllable variance? Yes. Whereas original and revised is called as a uncontrollable. Are we clear, everyone? Yes. Effectively, traditional variance will be equal to planning and operational variance, because we are doing what? Original to revised plus revised to actual. So additionally, if we add them, then everything will fall in the same place as it is. But at least now when I have to evaluate the performance of the manager, can I say I will use what? I will use the revised versus the actuals. Can I say that he will be justified with? Arey bolo. Yes, are we clear with the concept? Are we clear with the example? Yes. Bolo. Yes, so this was the example to understand. These were the two examples to understand planning and operational variance. Now can we open our books and we can start reading at it and understanding the formulas and then solving sums? Are we clear? Yes. Logically we are clear with the concept. Now let's go through the material that we have and let's get it done and dusted. Okay, machas? Okay, machas? Okay, chalo, let's do it. Okay, so now let's try and understand the planning and operational variance. We will try and understand the planning and operational variance. Are we ready, guys? So, see here. When the current environment conditions, everyone, when the current environment conditions are different from the anticipated environment conditions, okay, so what is the current environment condition in our first example? 1 lakh students have appeared in CA Inter, 25% students, 25,000 students have cleared. So we were expecting that this trend will continue. Yes or no? Yes. But can anybody anticipate what ICAI is going to do? This time 75,000 students have appeared and only 20% result is there. Tomorrow it may happen that 1,50,000 students may appear. The result may come out to be 40%. It can be anything and everything, right, everyone? Yes. Are bolo yes or no? Yes. Yes, sir. So when you are not aware of the anticipated condition, so is the case with our second example. Can anybody anticipate war? Nobody can anticipate a war, nobody can anticipate a bombing which may happen in a Saudi Arabia. So when current, or say for example technology, nobody knows what technology is going to come tomorrow, right? So because there are so many, nobody can anticipate what is the fashion that is going to come tomorrow. So because today's businesses, every business for that matter, is unaware of what is going to come up tomorrow, the anticipated environment are not known. And therefore, because they realize that anticipated environments are not known, the change was required at a very, very quick level. And therefore, we need to make revised variances. Therefore, we need to make revised variances. Who would have thought that, you know, when I studied, when I was at your age probably, I was in CA final, I studied, did we have a concept of virtual lectures? No. Did we have this concept of having revision sessions on YouTube or connecting to the whole world through Pendrive and Google Drive just at the click of a button? I'm sitting in Mumbai taking a lecture, probably a person sitting somewhere in a Salem or a Coimbatore is watching the lecture. All of that was not even thinkable, but things changed, and now you know, thanks to technology, everything is feasible. Are we understanding, guys? So this is what happens in business environments. You are not aware of things. Who would have thought that there will be something called as driverless cars? Tesla has got it, made it possible, right? So there, probably in 5 years time, driverless cars will become a very, very common phenomena, right? So all of this or you can say unexpected or unanticipated things. Because of these things, there was a need for creating a revised standard as well, so that a proper comparison can be done, and whatever disadvantage or whatever advantage, it's possible that the person may get some advantage also, no, whatever it is, because of uncontrollable factors, should be removed out from our comparison for performance evaluation. That's the whole point. Are we clear, guys? You should be given whatever benefit or penalty based on your comparable situations, controllable situations for which you are responsible. Are we clear? Let's start. When the current environment conditions are different from the anticipated environment conditions prevailing at the time of setting standard or plans. Nobody knew, no, that the fuel price will go from 200 to 600. If we knew, we would have adopted that in our standard as well. The use of routine analysis for measuring managerial performance is not desirable. Got it? See, the thing is, try and realize this, whatever things that we are reading is absolutely what I have taught you in concept. So what is the main point? Understand the concepts and logics well. You will be able to write the examination answers on your own. Is there, in the first three lines that we have read, is there even a single word which is against our understanding? We have understood everything. When current environment conditions are different from anticipated environment conditions, routine analysis of measuring managerial performance will not work. So here in our example, where current conditions are not as per expected conditions, can we directly compare original standard with actuals? No. So routine analysis would have been an original standard comparison with actuals, but is that routine analysis possible? So we will say routine analysis is not possible for measuring the managerial performance. So we need to get something new called as planning and operational variance. So if a question comes on planning and operational variance, you know what they will do? They will give you a question, an answer to solve planning and operational variance, a typical question, and then they will write down, explain planning and operational variance, how do you apply planning and operational variance. That will be a theory part. But can I say now, after understanding what planning and operational variance is, can you write it on your own also? Are we understanding? So have that approach. Don't get into that approach of, oh my God, I have to learn so much, I will not be able to remember, I am not able to mugify. But that is not to be done any which case, right? Even now, if I tell you, suppose, for example, you are done with today's session, in next say 1 hour, I will be done with planning and operational variance. And directly, 3 months, after 3 months, somebody asks you, what is planning and operational variance? Will you be able to explain it to them? Because your logics are clear, you will remember the examples, you will be able to explain it. That's what you have to do in the examinations also. Are we understanding? Yes. Right? So clear that approach and accordingly solve things, that will be better, right? Chalo. The variance analysis can be useful for measuring managerial performance if variances computed are determined on the basis of revised targets based on current actual environment conditions. This is what planning and operational variance is teaching us, right? That we should create what? Revised targets. See this, we have created a revised standard. We should create a revised standard. Here also we have created a revised standard, and then we are comparing. It makes sense here. In order to deal with above situations, that is to measure managerial performance with reference to material, labor, sales, it is necessary to compute planning and operational variances. Gotcha? Logic is clear? Okay. Planning variance simply compares the revised standard to the original standard. Everybody, what does the planning variance do? Compares the revised standard with the original standard. Correct. Then operational variance simply compares the actual results against the revised amounts. All of this is clear to us here. Operational variance would be calculated after planning variance have been established and are thus realistic way of assessing performance. You will start operational variance only after planning variance is done, because first you will compare original with standard, original with revised standard, and then we will compare revised standard with the actuals. Fair enough? Planning variance, classification caused by ex ante budget. What is ex ante budget? I will tell you. Comparison to ex post, I will tell you. Classification of variance on which non-standard, I will tell you now. See, now look at this. Can you see this diagram, everyone? Tell me. Yes. Can you see this diagram, yaar? Yes, Now this is comparison of actual results with ex ante standard. Ex ante standard means original standard. Okay, ex ante standard means, so you can write it in your book if you want. Ex ante standard means original standard. Okay, then so there are three standards, three things we have. One is original standard, one is original standard, then revised standard, and then we have the actuals. The original is called as ex ante. Is it an Indian word, ex ante? Can it be an Indian word? No. So I told you we have adopted it from international books. So international books name it what? Ex ante. Okay. Then we have revised standard. Revised standard means ex posta. It means ex post. See here. Can you see this? Ex post standard word is written here. See. So ex post. What is ex post? Revised standard. In our simple Indian language we call it as a revised standard, but as I told you we have adopted it internationally, so international terms are also given which we should know. So ex ante means original standard, ex post means and actual means actuals. Are we clear? In the examination if the examiner writes ex ante and ex post, we will be able to manage it simple. So ex post you can write there is called as revised standard. It's called as revised standard. Comparison of ex post and ex ante is called as a planning variance. Can I say portion uncontrollable by the management? See here, one portion uncontrollable by the management. Yes, everyone. And the other is what? Actual with ex posta. That is called as portion controllable by the operational management. Portion controllable by the operational management. Are we clear, everyone? Yes, sir, we are. Standard ex ante, standard ex post. So they have just now explained what is ex ante and ex post, which we are clear. Now there are now formulas. Okay, so we want to first understand a sum, and from that sum let us derive the formulas. No, instead of directly watching at the formula, let us derive the formulas. Can we do that? Yes. Shall we start? Yes. Chalo. So I hope all of us is clear till here. What is planning, what is operational, ex ante, ex post, everything. Now we will start with the sums. So for sums we should know the formulas, but I am sure we will not require them, we will get it automatically on our own. Are we ready for it? Chalo, shall we start? Can you all look at this question? Can you have a look at this question? Can you open this question? Let's start. In case of material purchase variance, suppose this is like an example only what they have given, pay attention. In case of a material purchase variance, suppose the standard price of raw material determined was rupees 5 per unit. What is this standard price of raw material? Original standard? Yes or no? Yes, the general market price per unit at the time of purchase was 5.20. Can anybody tell me what is this 5.20? That is your revised standard. So they are trying to say that general market price, see, revised standard brings you at the general situation of the market. Yes, bolo. Yes, and then we will see what actually we have done. Yes. General will revise. What does revised standard do? Brings you at a controllable level. Controllable level means what is the market condition? So here also what we have done, see, when we make this revise at 6,000, can I say we have bought it at a general ICAI situation based on the number of students who have appeared, based on the number of students who have cleared, and based on the market share that we are expecting. So that revised standard gives us a general market condition when a comparison can be made with the actuals. Yes or no? Yes. Can I say here also, in case of DTDC, when we get the revised standard at 575 or 650, we are getting the general market conditions at which the fuel is available. It is available at 575 or 650 as the case may be, and then what we have bought it at is compared. So here, what does your general market price determine? Clear. And at an actual price paid per unit was 5.18 on the purchase of say 10,000 units of raw material. Can I say you are internally you have cleared that what is your original standard price? 5.2 5, but market changed to, but we have purchased it at 5.18. Are we clear? Just a moment. If I have to present it systematically, if I have to present this thing at systematically, can I say first I write the original standard? Bolo. Yes. Then I write the, don't write anything, you just pay attention. I want your focus. Then I will give you time to write, and then I write the Actual. Now all of this is happening for what quantity? Has the quantity changed? Has the quantity changed? You remember our DTDC example? 50,000 kilometers were there. Did the number of kilometers change? They were constant. So here say 10,000 units of raw material is constant only, no yaar. So can I say I will write here quantity, I will write here rate, I will write here amount. Correct? We are comfortable with this format. So quantity is how much? Everyone. What is the original rate? What is the amount? So we were planning to spend rupees 50,000 on 10,000 raw material purchase, yes or no? Okay, now come to the actuals. Tell me the actuals. What is the quantity, what is the rate and what is the amount? Can I say quantity is same? So is there going to be any discussion as regards the quantity? No discussions whatsoever required for that. Okay, what is the rate? What is the total amount? 5 point? What is the total amount? 51,800. Now if I go traditionally, then in that case I will compare 50,000 and 51,800. Will that be justified? No. I will start shouting, will it work? No. So can I say we will need to get it at a controllable level? Okay, so what can I say that controllable level will be my revised standard, which is what? Again Q, R and A. What is the quantity? 10,000 raw material. What is the rate? 5 point. So what is the amount? So based on the current scenario, we should have bought it at 52,000, but we have bought it at. So can I say I am deserving a bonus based on 200 rupees saved? Are we understanding? This is what planning and operational variance is, and like ICA has tested based on at least 2 to 3 examinations this planning and operational variance, and very simple questions. But if you don't know what it is, then how will you come to know whether it is simple or difficult? Right? Isn't this simple? It is, absolutely. So here now continuing, in this case, suppose if I have to find a planning variance and I have to calculate, see we are not, have you looked at the answer? No, nobody has looked at the answer, we've just seen this question. Based on the question, can I say we have made this? Based on the question we have made this, and you only helped me to make this, right? So based on the question we have made this. Now suppose if we have to make a planning and operational variance chart, we'll try. If we are not able to, that's absolutely okay, but at least we'll try. So first we will make the planning variance. What is planning variance? Correct. So can I say it is basically your uncontrollable part, wherein you are going to compare original with revised. Are we understanding? Yes, sir. We are going to compare original with revised, and then we have the operational. Operational is what? Correct. Operational is the controllable part, in which we compare the revised with the actuals. Correct. Okay, first we will start with planning. Is there any issue with the quantity? No issue. So we will not going to spare our time in that. Can we say there is a issue with the rate? What is the original rate? What is the revised rate? For how many quantities? Are we understanding? So can I say 2000 will be favorable or adverse? Adverse. But that is adverse, but that is at the same time uncontrollable. So at least my manager will not shout at me for uncontrollable things. Correct. Now we will come to the operational part. So for operational, what is the scenario? How much at what price we can have bought it? But we have bought it at how many quantities? Works out to 200 what? So can I say I will be evaluated on this? Are we clear? In totality this will be how much? 1,800. Are we understanding, guys? Now suppose if I had to do traditionally, then traditionally original to standard comparison is there. In traditional there is no concept of revised. No, traditional that we did yesterday. Are we clear? So original is how much? Rate is how much? 5. Actuals is 5 into. For how many quantities? Works out to how much? 1,800 what? So eventually it matches. But now here at least the manager is safe and secure that boss, I am going to be responsible for that 200 favorable part which is controllable in my hand. Are we clear, everyone? Yes, sir. Do you want to write it down? Yes, sir. Please, all yours. Now you can take your time. Okay, so now moving on to the next level question. So this question that we have done, this question basically speaks of one input, but as I told you, in practical life definitely there are more than one inputs. So if there are more than one inputs, then what will be the scenario is what we have to understand. Can I say we have the next question for that, and we'll try to understand it with that. This is the question that now we are going to focus on. Can you see the question? Managing Director of PTKLL. The next question. This same question has been asked by ICAI in their examination twice. How many times? Twice. So boss, it is a very important question and we have to do it thoroughly. Can you please all open this question up? Yeah, here it is. Let's start. Managing Director of PTKLL is a very good question. At 1-2 places there will be stops where you'll realize that how good this is. Chalo. So Managing Director of PTKLL thinks that standard costing has little to offer in the reporting of material variances due to frequently change in prices of materials. PTKLL can utilize, now this is where the question starts, full focus everybody, full focus everybody. PTKLL can utilize one of the two equally suitable raw materials and always plan to utilize the raw material which will lead to cheapest production cost. However, PTKLL is frequently trapped by price changes and the material actually used often provides after the event to have been more expensive than the alternative which was originally rejected. Did you understand anything? I'll tell you. It is like our examinations. When we study 10 questions for exam, there are in all 15 questions to be studied. We will study 12 questions for the examination and leave 3 questions in exam as option. What will happen? Those 3 questions will come. Our poor purchasing manager is also going through the same phase. He has 2 options of purchasing raw material. Suppose in order to make this mobile phone, can you see this mobile phone? In order to make this mobile phone, I have 2 options. Either I can go ahead with either purchase of A raw material or B raw material. Even if I purchase A, that is okay. Even if I purchase B, that is okay. So which raw material will I purchase? The one which has lower cost? Bolo. If I can purchase either of them, I will try to purchase which raw material? The one with the lower cost. So our purchase manager, thinking that A will have a lower cost, went ahead with that, and when the actual purchasing started, the price of B fell down. This is what happens with us in real life also. We plan something and exactly at that point only something else will happen which is not in our favor. Doesn't that happen? So can you feel the pain of our purchase manager? Yes? Now read that line with that emotion, you will be able to understand. PTKLL can utilize one of the 2 equally suitable raw materials. Equally suitable raw material, we understand the term? So either A or B, that's okay. And always plan to utilize the raw material which will lead to cheapest total production cost. So we always try to choose raw material which will lead to cheapest production cost. However, PTKLL is frequently trapped by price changes and the material actually used often provides after the event to have been more expensive than the alternative which was originally rejected. Do you understand the line now? Why? Because you can feel it, no? Very good. During the last accounting period, to produce a unit of P, PTKLL could use either 2.5 kg of PG or 2.5 kg of PD. PTKLL planned to use PG as it appeared it would be cheaper of the 2, and plans were based on a cost of PG of rupees 1.5 per kg. Due to market movements, the actual price is changed and if PTKLL had purchased efficiently, the cost would have been PG 2.25, PD 2 per kg. Production of P was 1000 units and usage of PD amounted to 2700 kg at a local cost of 6480. Required material variance for P, traditional approach which distinguishes planning and operational variance. Now, whenever you get such type of questions, the first thing that you have to do is, now I am instilling that in your head, and that is to make summary of the question. What did I say? Summary of the question. Always solve any practical question by making a summary of that question. Without making a summary, do not try to attempt it, because it will become difficult for you. So can we start with making a summary of this question? Everybody, yes? So pay attention here. Who is the managing director? PTKLL is of managing director is of PTKLL. Now let's start. Things that standard costing has little to offer in reporting of material variances due to frequently change in prices of material. PTKLL can utilize one of the two equally suitable raw material. What are the two kind of raw material that we have? PG and PD. Can you see that? Yes. And which is the product? What is the name of the product that we are making? PD. Correct. It is product. So see here now. We are in PTKLL, we are producing product P. Correct? In order to make product P, we need a raw material. Correct? What is the name of the raw material? PG. Correct. Either raw material PG or raw material PD. Continuing. How much we use? 2.5 kg of either raw material. So even if we purchase PG, we need 2.5 kg. For 1 P, we need 2.5 kg of PG. Yes. And in case of PD, if I have to make 1 P, I need 2.5 kg of PD. Yes or no? Are we clear till here? Okay, continuing. PTKLL had planned to use PG as it appeared to be cheaper of the two, and plans were based on a cost of PG at 1.5 per kg. What have we finalized? PG or PD? What have we finalized? PG. Okay, so this is final. What is the rate, current rate that is going on? Tell me. 1.5. So this we have finalized PG, and rupees 1.5 per kg is the rate that we think that it will be bought at. So can I say we have set our original standard? Yes. What is our original standard? Purchase of PG at 1.5 per kg. Any questions, anyone? Because currently that's probably the price that is going on. So we have designed our whole manufacturing setup in such a way that we are going to use raw material PG. We have designed a manufacturing setup in such a way that we are going to consume PG at the rate 1.5 per kg. Are we clear till here? Moving on. Due to market movements, the actual price is changed, and if PTKLL had purchased efficiently, the cost would have been, what would have been the cost? So can I say as per the revised scenario, can I say this is the revised scenario that they have given? Yes. That as per the current market situations, what is the scenario? That is what they are giving. Okay, what is the scenario that is turning out to be? PG, how much? Rupees 2.25. 25, okay, 2.25 per kg, and for PD is 2. Awesome. PD is rupees 2 per kg. Are we understanding, guys? Okay, sir. Due to market movements, the actual price is changed, and if PTKLL had purchased efficiently, the cost would have been PG 2.25 and PD 2. So when we started the purchasing, at that point in time, the scenario changed and PD got cheaper. But we have made our whole manufacturing setup based on PG. So now I cannot change overnight. Are we understanding? So now let's see how things are going to work up. Now, production of P was 1000 units. Usage of PG was 2700 at a local cost of 6480. What does this last line say? Can I say it is the actuals information? Yes or no? Now based on the given information, they have given us here the actuals information. Are yes or no? What is the actuals information? How many units of P we have made? Okay, 1000 units of P we have made, right? How much kg we have consumed? 2700 kg of what? PG has been consumed. Are yes or no? At a price of 6,480. Are we clear? This is called as a summary, wherein the whole question is available to you in one page. The whole question is available to you in one page. Now, do not look at the question at all. Your summary is now going to help you. How does the summary help? It helps you get started. The more you write down, the more your mind starts thinking in the right direction. Because many a time students tell that, sir, in costing we are not even able to think how to start. It happens, no, we are not, things don't click to us, or at times we get blank looking at a question. This is the approach that you have to follow. Start making summary of that question. And in this summary, I have not used my brains at all. It is purely I have written what is given in the question. Have I used any concept here so far? Not at all. I have just written what is given in the question. But as I told you, it will get me started. It will help me present the whole question in a proper manner, and this is to be shown in the real exam in the main answer also without any issues. Now all the information is available with us. Just give me 2 minutes. I will quickly make a original standard. Then after original standard we have to make a revised standard, and after that we will make a actuals. Can we do that? Chalo, let's start that. Just pay attention. Now you have to guide me. You have to guide me. Okay, what is the quantity, rate and amount? What is the quantity which is there? 1000 units is the output, no? What is the raw material purchases in standard? As per original standard, 2.5 kg of PG is required, no? So for 1000 units of production, how much? 2500, no? Arey yaar, what yaar, these people don't even understand this, man. Are we clear or what? Yes. Then why did you say 2700? Acha, you are thinking I was asking about actuals. Are we clear, guys? Original standard is for how many quantity? 1000 units for 2500 quantity, right? So we will say here that original standard is for 1000 units of P. And as per our original standard, for 1000 units of P, what quantity of raw material is required? 2500. Yes. So we will write here 2500 of PG. Any questions here? No. What is the original rate that we had thought? Don't look at the question, just look at the summary. Okay, sir, 1.5. What is the amount? 3750. Clear? Chalo, let's go to the actuals. What is the scenario of actuals? That is also given here. What is the actuals? 2700 kg consumption. What is the amount? 6480. What will be our rate? Rupees 2.4 per kg. Are we clear, everyone? Okay, now can I make the revised standard? Okay, for the revised standard, will the quantity change? The answer is no. Why will the quantity change? Because market conditions are changing, the price may change, no? Why will the quantity change? Are we understanding? Yes, Arey bolo. Yes, so tell me, how much does this come out to? 2700. Rate is 2. See, rate of take of PG, because we have consumed PG. So 2.25. Amount is 2500 into 2.25. 5625. Are we clear, everyone? Now we will start with our analysis. Only alternatively we will just write it here that instead of this PG, if you would have bought PD, it would have costed us how much? Rupees 2. So can I say this table now has all the information, and now we have to use our standard costing formulas to solve this question? Yes, everybody, yes or no? Yes, chalo. So quickly now please draw this. Quickly everyone draw this. First the summary and then draw this. And then we'll start with the solution. Come on. Okay, now Now we are going to start with the understanding of this whole scenario. There will be 2-3 places which will probably make you question that, sir, why you have done this, and that's what we are here to discuss. So everybody please stay fully focused for the next 15 minutes, and as I told you, twice it has been asked, can be expected the third time in the upcoming examinations that you are going to give. So let's start on that note. What they have asked in the question, they have asked two things. One, they have asked us to make a traditional standard costing, what we have done, and the other, they have asked us the planning and operational variance. In traditional standard costing, will we have the revised standard quantity, or we will have the original standard and the actuals? Everybody? Correct. We will just compare the originals and actuals. So for actual original standard for 1000 output, we are comparing. Here the actual is also for 1000 units of P. So can I say they are comparable? Original standard and actuals is comparable as per to traditional standard costing. Yes or no? So suppose if I have to do an analysis of that. Correct. Now can I say the first will be called as material cost to variance? Correct. Can I say material cost variance will be 64 standard material cost minus actual material cost? What is the standard material cost? 3750. What is the actual material cost? So can I say I will get the material cost variance? Do not write anything, just pay attention. So I will directly write standard. See, in exam you have to write down a standard material cost minus actual material cost, but I will not waste my time in that. I will directly come to the main point. So I will write here 3750 minus 6480. What is the material cost variance? 2000. Favorable or adverse? Adverse. Are we clear? Okay. Can I say this is divided into two parts? What are the two parts? Correct. Material usage variance and material price variance. First tell me, usage variance, who is responsible? Material price variance, who is responsible? Okay, the production manager, in order to produce 1000 units of P, production manager, you should have consumed how many units of raw material? How many units of raw material? But how much have you consumed? Good or bad? So I will write here, you should have consumed 2500, but Bugger has consumed 2700, multiplied by standard rate. What is the standard rate? 1.5. So this works out to, correct, 200 into 1.5, so 300 adverse. Any doubts? Anybody here? No. Are we clear? Okay. So next is my price purchase variance. Purchase variance, what did we originally plan? At what price we will be purchased? And we have purchased at what price? Good or bad? So let's find out that. So we thought we will purchase it at 1.5. We have purchased it at into how many quantity actual? So can I say we have paid 0.9 into 2700 more, which is how much? 2430. Good or bad? So can I say my total is 2730, and which is matching? Yes. Are we absolutely clear with this? Yes, take 1 minute, quickly write it down. Start. Book देना. Book. Chalo, are we done? Yes, chalo, let's move on now. We will start with planning and operational variance. Again, full focus here, and we will start. So we have two variances. One is called as a planning variance, and the other is called as a operational variance. Let's start with the operational variance first. What is operational variance? Comparison of? Correct. So when you write it in the examination, you will first write as operational variance, which is comparison of, we will write it there like this, comparison of revised with actual. So we will write here revised standard. Can I say revised standard is also called as ex posta with, correct, actuals. What is this called as? This is remain actuals only. Are we clear? Now, these are small things which gives the examiner a positive thought process about the student. Now, a normal student will directly start with the comparison and stuff. But before that, if we are able to write even a single line or two about what we are doing, and in that case, that shows our proper planning, for which definitely we will get good marks. The examiner will come to know that yes, this is a good student who is writing the examination. See, for the examiner, it is going to be that page on which you have written. Even if you are a rank holder in intermediate, is it written on the page? Are you going to write in your supplement, I am a rank holder, give me good marks? No. So what does the examiner have? That examiner has only that one single piece of paper, and on that you have to showcase as good as you are. Every chapter only one question will be asked maximum. Now we are going to study the whole chapter, but only one thing is going to be asked. So whatever is going to be asked, all the knowledge that you have about that concept, please give it to that examiner. Do we understand what is show off? We do show off everywhere, on Instagram, on Telegram, on Facebook, on social medias, on WhatsApp stories, but we forget it to show off to the examiner at the main place, which is going to make our career. Why so? To the whole world, we are ready to show off. But this is the real place. Show off your knowledge and skills, because there is only going to be one question per chapter. So whatever connecting things are there, which is you feel are relevant, show it to them. Now if there is a question on planning and operational variance, ideally you are expected to write the formulas and come and solve it and come. But if you write this, that planning operational variance means comparison of revenge standard with actuals, ex poster. Just imagine, one student has written this and then going to solve the question, and one student who has directly solved the question, and suppose you are the exam checker. What will your impression be of this person? Definitely it will be a much better impression, right? 95% of the students will directly start with the solution. How do you differentiate amongst the 100 that are going to give the examinations? By these small points. Now if I am saying this to you, everybody would know that this question is important, everybody will solve this and come. But what are going to be your USP or your distinguishing factors? Find them and ensure that you present it to the examiner in the examinations. That will definitely increase your 8 to 10 marks, and no need for me to say 8 to 10 marks for a CA final student is how big. So have these things when you are studying, have that habit. When you are writing mock papers, have that habit, so that in the main examinations you are able to present it. Everybody knows how to solve it. But if one student gives this additional information, it adds the brownie point. You imagine, if you are checking the paper, you have two papers in hand, definitely you will be impressed with someone doing this. Correct? In the same way, when I write planning variance, just write down 1 or 2 lines about it. That's absolutely okay. Will not take much time also, but will show your concept clarity. Wherever you get a chance of showing off your concept to the examiner, do that, because solving a sum, everybody is going to do that. You are only going to stand out if you are able to show something to the examiner which is extraordinary. Are we understanding? So have that thing in mind for everything. Wherever possible, I will keep on guiding you that okay, in this you have to do this, but not everywhere it may be possible. You are smart enough or matured enough to use your brains also wherever required. Got it? Now I am going to start with the operational variance. In operational variance, what are we going to compare? Revised standard with the actuals. So here I will write operational variances. Don't write anything, just pay focus and give me the answers. So here we have, in operational variance we have two. Can I say usage variance and price variance? Usage variance and see, why we have usage variance and price variance, I'll tell you. See here, usage variance is comparison of actual quantity with the standard quantity. Okay, in revised standard, what is the quantity? 2500. In actuals, what is the quantity? 2700. So there can also be a situation, where the quantity may also change. Now here, ideally, I should have purchased 2500 kg of raw material in order to produce 1000 units of product P. That was planned, but how much I have purchased? 2700. So if I have consumed a higher amount, it is bad for the company, right? So I will have to compare that also, even though it is not related to the market or environment, but that has changed. So I have to report that also, So that's the whole point. So somebody had a point that, sir, let's convert this 2500 also to 2700. Why will I do that? Why will I change that? This change, this revised change, see, original to revised is changing only when any market condition is changing. If market condition forces me to change this from 2500 to 2700, I will do that. But has the market condition forced me to increase the quantity of raw material? So will I make that change in the revised standard? No. Are we clear? But market has changed me to change from 1.5 to 2.25. I will make that change. Are we clear how a revised standard is to be made? Your point is clear? Okay. So now we will start with the usage variance, operational usage variance. In usage variance, what is the formula? Standard quantity minus actual quantity into standard rate. Okay. What is the standard quantity that we were planning? Just write here revised versus actuals. Okay. What is the standard quantity that we were planning? What is the actual into what is the standard rate? Sorry. See, you're comparing revised with actuals. So for now, for us, revised rate is the standard rate, correct? So which is 2 point. So we will write here 2.25. Are we clear? Okay. How much does this work out to? Any questions, anybody? Can I say in the same breath I can also now solve material price variance? What is the formula? Standard rate minus actual rate into actual quantity. Okay, tell me what is the standard rate? 2 point. What is the actual rate? 2 point into actual quantity is. This works out to 405. Good or bad? Bad, because we have paid more. So can I say it will be? So total will be 855. Adverse is my operational variance. Anybody, any question here? Bolo. The only thing that you can do is for this usage variance, instead of writing standard quantity, I can write revised standard quantity. That's it. It's a small change. It's standard quantity only. But now because we are comparing it with the revised standard with the actuals, we can write RSQ minus AQ into RSR. Are we understanding? And here instead of SR, we can write RSR minus AR into AQ. Are we clear, guys? So here this one will change, this will change, this will change. Just R word is added. That's it. So don't get bogged down by that. Normal formula is only going on. It's just that we are using the word revised. Are we clear, guys? Are we clear with the operational variance? Yes, sir. All yours. Please copy. Quickly. Yes, ma'am.
Why are we not taking 2 instead of 2.5?
Which 2?
2.25.
So you are talking about this PD2?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come to that. Good point. Just give me 5 minutes if you can. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. So she has a very valid question. That's why you are taking 2.25. Take 2 for comparison. So we'll do that. Chalo. Are we done with the writing part? You have to be a little quicker in writing. Chalo. Now we will have the planning variance. Now we will have the planning variance. See, now before I start with the planning variance, try and understand 2-3 things. What was the original quantity planned? Now that has increased to? Can I say we have analyzed this? Okay, so I'll just erase the planning variance for now. What all changes have happened, you have to tell me. One change has happened, sir, from 2500 quantity has increased to 2700, correct? Yes. So can I say we have taken care of that? Okay, then what has happened, can I say the input quantity rate has changed from 1.5 to to 2.4. So this from 1.5 to 2.4 it has changed. But can I say from 1.5 to 2.25 is there, then there is 2 is there, and then there is 2 to 2.4 is there, correct? Of which can I say we have analyzed 2.25 to 2.4 change? Are we understanding, guys? Have we analyzed 2.25 to 2.4? Yes or no? We have analyzed 2500 to 2700. Yes or no? Now what is left to be analyzed? Can I say the change from 1.5 to 2 is left? The change from 2 to 2.5 is left. So these are the two things which are left to be analyzed, ma'am. Correct? Are we understanding? I'm repeating it, the whole thing again. Pay attention. What are the changes that have happened in terms of, say, quantity? Can I say 2500 to 2700 has happened? Can I say this has already been managed here? 25 to 2700 has already been taken care of in operational usage variance. Yes? Okay. Then there is a change which has happened in terms of pricing. We had planned for 1.5, but that changed to at 2. We could have purchased it at 2 if we had purchased PD instead of PG, but eventually we have purchased PG at 2.25, and finally the purchase price has been 2.24. Can I say this comparison is done? The comparison of 2.25 to 2.4 is done, correct? Has the comparison between 1.5 to 2 done? Bolo. So can I say this is pending? Can I say the comparison between 2 to 2.25 is done? No. Yes or no? No. So can I say this is also pending? Yes. Can I say that comparison between 2.25 to 2.4 is also pending? No. I said, can I say 2.25 to 2.4 is also pending? No. Why? Oh, hello. We have already compared 2.25 to 2.4. 2.25 to 2.4 is already compared in operational price variance, no? Yes. So now what is left? Comparison of 1.5 to comparison of 2.25 is left. Yes. Are bolo? Yes. This is what will be done in the planning variance. This is what will be done in the planning variance. Now just give me more 5 minutes. Can I say there are two aspects here. One is change from 1.5 to 2, and the other is change from 2.2 to 2.25, correct? Tell me what is in our hands and what is not in our hands. 2.2 to 2.25 is in our hands. 2.22 to 2.25 is in our hands, or was in our hands or not? Okay, tell me, chalo. The change from 1.5 to 2, is that in our hands or not? Yes. Somebody is saying yes, somebody is saying no. I am asking, see, guys, leave aside standard costing, leave aside planning and operational variance. Do you have common sense? Yes. Do you have logics, common sense logic? I want that. Don't unnecessarily burden yourself with operational variance, planning variance and all of that. I don't want that knowledge. I want a pure basic knowledge. That is 1.5 to 2 in our hands or not in our hands? Why? Because can I say that has changed because of the market? So can I say for 1.5 to 2 rupees change, can I say it as uncontrollable? Yes or no? Okay. But if I would have taken a proper decision, can I say instead of purchasing that at from 2.25, I could have purchased it at 2 rupees? So can I say this 2 to 2.25 is in my hands? Yes. So can I say this is a controllable variance? Yes. Can I call my purchase manager and tell him, boss, it's okay, chalo, from 1.5 to 2, you cannot do anything because even the alternative product is being purchased at 2. But at least you could have made a sound decision and you could have chosen, instead of PG, you could have chosen PD. And if you would have chosen PD, we would have got it at 2 rupees. So can I say I will blame you for that 2.5 to 2 rupees ka change? Are we understanding? But 1.5 to 2 change has to happen. That is not in anybody's hands. Are we understanding? This is going to be the planning variance in these kind of questions where there are more than one inputs. In more than one inputs, the avoidable or the controllable and uncontrollable aspect will be in a part of my planning itself. because there are more than one inputs, no? So my planning has gone wrong. My planning has gone wrong, but here my planning is uncontrollable. So here, even in planning, there will be controllable and uncontrollable aspects. Because I could have planned this better by purchasing PD instead of PG. That is my improper planning, that I was not able to probably predict properly which raw material will be cheaper. But 2 rupees, so it has to go as per the market. Are we understanding? Yes. So by analyzing now both of these situations, can I say I am indirectly analyzing all the aspects which I had to analyze? Can I say quantity 2500 to 2700 is done? Can I say price change from 2.25 to 2.4 is done? Can I say 1.5 to 2 will now be done here? So now when I compare 1.5 to 2 multiply by 2500 kg, because this comparison is going on basis of original standard and revised standard. Yes or no? This comparison is 2 to 2.25. Again, this will also be for 2500 kgs because it is going on between original standard and revised standard. Tell me, 1.5 minus 2 into 2500 kg will be 1250. Good or bad? Because things have gone bad for us. But a controllable aspect is how much? Tell me. 0.25 into 2500, it is how much? 625. Good or bad? Bad, because we have paid more. So total is how much? 1875. Good or bad? Tell me. So now when I call my managers and they will say, sir, whatever you want to do us for our controllable factors only. So first, can I say I will call my usage manager and give him a negative bonus for 450 rupees. Are we understanding? Now I am think practically. Now I am going to call my managers and fire them for their controllable factors. So can I say first I will call my usage or my production manager and penalize him for 450 adverse. Yes or no? Okay. Then I will call my rate manager. Yes or no? For rate manager, first I will penalize him for 405 rupees because that is purely his mistake here. Yes. Are we understanding? So then I will call my rate manager, which is my purchase manager. I will tell him, boss, rate manager, this is purely your mistake. What? How much? 405 adverse. Are we understanding? So can I say the whole operational variance is so controllable only? So that has been taken care of. But even in planning variance, there is one part which could have been, if my purchase manager would have been more sensible in his decision, and which is how much amount? 625 adverse. Are we understanding? Now if in totality I see, can I say my traditional variance? What was the total traditional variance? 2730 adverse. This any which case should be equal to planning plus operational variance. What is the total of my operational variance? 855. Achha, what is the total of my planning variance? 1875 what? Adverse. Is it matching by any chance? Can I say so we are on the right track? But if I have to penalize the managers, it will be based on this working. Are we clear? So mathematically we wanted this to ensure that totality we should know that okay, how much is controllable, how much is uncontrollable. Now we know that okay, this is the controllable part, and we also now know how much is the uncontrollable part. How much is the uncontrollable part? Can I say this 1250 adverse? Yes or no? So all of the decisions are now available with us. For the production manager, we will cut his salary by 450 rupees. For the purchase manager, we will cut his salary by 405 plus 625 rupees. And for the uncontrollable part, we will tell, see now when I am communicating with my shareholders will ask me, boss, Mr. Mukesh Ambani, your profit has gone down by 2730. Barabar, no? Yes. My cost has increased by 2730, so my profit will go down. Are yes or no? Yes, so they will ask me, Mr. Mukesh Ambani, 2730, your profit has gone down. Please, can you tell me? So of which I will tell them that, sir, of this 2730, approximately 2730 minus 1250 is how much? 14. So I will tell him that, sir, 1480 is because of our mistake, because my managers did not perform well. But sir, not whole 2730, blame it, don't blame it the whole 2730 on me. 1480 is our mistake, sir, but 1250 we cannot do anything. It is the mistake of the environment. Mistake as in it is because of the unanticipated of the environment, uncontrollable. Are we clear thoroughly? Yes or no? Do we realize how the departments are divided, how the blame or how the their evaluation is done based on controllable factors? Are we clear? Yes or no? Please, all yours, write it down. So now here, by ensuring this, we have taken care of all the aspects which are there, all the aspects which were controllable, uncontrollable, all the aspects of purchase managers and production managers. Am I clear, guys? Please, please. Yes, ma'am. Think, there will be one hitch in your mind that why in this planning this guy has written controllable and uncontrollable, because there are more than one inputs. As a result of which, some part of my planning becomes controllable, some part becomes uncontrollable. As such, my planning falls in uncontrollable part only, but because there is alternative input, I could have planned it properly, no ma'am. That's the reason. Because there are more than one inputs, my planning also has a controllable aspect to it. That's the one. Okay, ma'am? Okay. Are we clear, guys? Done? So please keep quickly write down. Sorry? Improper decision making for that part. Yes, 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 yes. Sure, done. So now, now we are going to take one question wherein, so far we are taking questions wherein the rate is changing. Now let's take an example wherein our usage is going to change. Please open this page. Please open this page. Yes? Chalo, so I am starting, please pay attention, okay. In case of pin drop silence, okay. In case of material usage variance, suppose the standard quantity per unit be 5 kgs, actual production units be 250, and actual quantity of material used is 1450. Standard cost of material per kg was 1. Because of shortage of skilled labor, it was felt necessary to use unskilled labor, and that increased material usage by 20%. You will not understand anything. I have just read it. Now I will tell you what it is. See, pay attention. Now we were planning to make a product. First I will explain it to you in my simple language, then we will understand the question in the technical language, and then we will solve it. So in simple language, what they are trying to say is this. They were planning to produce one unit. Okay. So they were planning to produce a 500 units. How many? 500 units. In order to make one unit, it takes 2 raw material. How many? 2 raw material, and they were planning to hire skilled laborer. Now if this happens, how much raw material consumption should happen? Arey tell. 500 units I was planning to produce. In order to produce 1 unit, I need 2 raw materials. So in all, how many raw materials that I require? 1000 raw materials is required, and based on this the standard was set. Can I say the production manager is responsible for all of this? For consumption of raw material, which manager is responsible? So can I say production manager submitted his report to Mr. Mukesh Ambani that sir 1000 raw material will be required because skilled laborer will work on it and 2 raw material per unit he will take. Are we clear everybody? Yes or no? But now what happened is that there was an acute shortage of skilled laborers. So these 500 units were made, but instead of skilled laborer we had to hire whom? Now unskilled laborer is unskilled, no? Are we understanding? So instead of utilizing 2 raw material, that bugger utilized 3 raw material. Did a lot of wastage, was not able to produce the initial units properly. As a result, there was a lot of wastage. Are we understanding? See, it is simple. You know, you hire a chartered accountant, your work will be done very efficiently. You hire article clerks, your work will be done that way. You are understanding? So if that company was planning, if that Reliance company was planning to hire chartered accountants, so the work would have been done in 1000 raw materials. But they have hired buggers. Who? Article clerks. What can be expected from article clerks? Your face says everything. So, why are you taking it on yourself? You are the future chartered. So, you are not going to remain article for rest, right? For the rest of your life. So, don't worry. So, can I say this? Instead of raw material, 1000, how much raw material has been consumed? 1500 raw material. Now immediately Mukesh Ambani will start shouting at the production manager that because of you 1000 raw material, now we have consumed 1500 raw material. Is the shouting of Mukesh Ambani justified? Why? Correct, sir. When, sir, I am the production manager. Suppose if I am the production manager, my argument will be, sir, we had made the budget thinking that skilled laborers will be hired and skilled laborers will be working on it. But because of shortage in the market, which is not in my hands, unskilled laborers were hired, as a result of which they consumed more because they didn't know how to produce the way a skilled laborer would have done. As a result, are we clear everybody? Yes or no? So can I say here also original, revised and actuals will be made? Yes or no? Now read the question. Now see how you will be able to understand this. When you read it first time, were you clear what was happening? No, but see now thanks to the example that we have, we will be able to understand. In the case of material usage variance, suppose standard quantity per unit be 5 kgs, actual units be 250, actual quantity of, wait, we'll write down. See, what is the original standard that they are speaking of? You don't write anything, you just pay attention. What is the original standard? See, suppose the standard quantity per unit will be 5 kgs. So quantity will be 5 kgs for 1 unit. Yes or no? Okay, 5 kgs. Then actual production is 250. So for 250 units, how much original standard quantity will be purchased? 1250. Bolo. So original standard, end of the day, we will compute, equal it with the actual. So 250 units are to be produced. For every unit 5 kgs is required. So essentially what we are saying, 5 kgs into 250 unit. What is the original standard? 1250 kgs will be consumed. Yes or no? Yes. Are we clear with this? 1250? Yes, sir. Are you clear? What's your name? Prerna. No, what? What's your name? You. Behind you. Your name is? Prerna. Prerna, are you clear? Prerna has said that she is doing all of this for the first time, right? So if Prerna is clear, I'll assume everybody is clear. But she is at the basic level. So if she is able to understand it, everybody else, right Prerna? So you will become our benchmark. So the moment you say I am clear, then I am not going to wait for anybody. I will move on. Then if she is able to understand, why can't you understand, who probably are more experienced? Right Prerna? Okay. So quantity is how much? 1250. That is my original standard. Okay, then we'll continue. Actual quantity of material used is 1450. Can I say this is the actuals part they are giving? So I will write here the actuals. Can I say Q R A? 1450 kgs they have given. I am just writing what the question is telling me. I am not using my extra brain, sorry. Okay, 1450. Then what they have said, standard cost of material per kg was 1. Where do I write this? Can I say in original standard I can write this 1? Can I say I will get the amount for original standard, which is how much? 1250 rupees. Are we clear? Okay, moving on. Standard cost of material. Because of shortage of skilled labor, it was felt necessary to use unskilled laborer, and that increased the material usage by 20%. Can I say this I will be using for making the revised standard? Have they said anything about the rate? No. So can I say we'll assume that every rate is all well? Yes. Okay, so quantity, rate is all well, yes, so it will be one only, but quantity, if we knew that instead of skilled, unskilled laborers are going to come, if we knew beforehand, instead of skilled, unskilled laborers are going to come, we knew that these unskilled laborers are hopeless, they will take more quantity. No, not you guys, don't take it on yourself. Are going to increase the consumption by 20%. So 1250 plus 20%. So I would have then, sir, I will tell Mukesh Ambani, sir, I would have then kept the revised standard at 1500 only, no? Multiply by 1 will have become how much? 1500 rupees. Are we understanding? Yes, now the sum is solvable, yaar. Are we understanding? Now can I use the planning and operational variance? So what will be my planning variance? Rate, there is no problem at all. Rate is 1, 1, 1. So rate will not find out. Can I say it will be for usage, quantity? 1250 minus 1500 into 1. So it is 250 adverse. Are we clear? And for operational variance, again, will we have rate variance? No, but we will have the usage variance. How much? So, sir, I will tell proudly to Mukesh Ambani, sir, even after having unskilled laborers, they should have ideally consumed 1500, but I trained them so well that they consumed only 1450. Sir, 50 rupees favorable. Or give me bonus. Are we understanding? Yes, all yours, please. Copy.
One of the inputs we have to 2.5 kgs are consumed, one of the inputs 3 kgs are consumed. In that case, there will be under planning itself for usage, there will be control.
So that was known beforehand only, no?
Yeah.
That was known beforehand only that 2.5 and 3 is going to be consumed. So proportionately we'll see that based on proportionate basis, what is the change that has happened. Suppose if you knew pre-hand that PG is going to be consumed 2.5 kg in order to make 1 unit and PD is going to be consumed 3 units for 1 unit. So if 1000 production has been done, so 2500 for PG, 3000 for PD, we'll see up proportionately.
So then revised standard also changes, right?
Correct, then revised standard will change, definitely it will change.
Bifurcation will be controllable and uncontrollable for usage.
Yes, for usage also, correct, absolutely correct. The same pattern will then follow. Guys, are we clear? Yes, sir. Exactly. Everything will be counted, divided into controllable, uncontrollable logically, and then we'll call the managers and have a word with them. As simple as that. That's the whole intention. That yes, from original to the actuals, like we used to do, we are still comparing each and every variance. But we now know what part is controllable and blame is to be given or not, what part is uncontrollable. If there is a part which is uncontrollable, then in that case the whole market has changed. We will also tell to the shareholders, no, that okay boss, this is the reason. Are we understanding that way? And even when say probably Mukesh Ambani, who is the owner, is talking with the different departments, they will also tell, sir, this was uncontrollable part, you cannot blame us for that. So when I was teaching this concept, one student asked me that, sir, see, this is what happens when we give our examinations, at times in 1 or 2 paper, questions are asked out of syllabus. So that is uncontrollable variance, then how can we pass? My answer is that is not uncontrollable variance, because there are 10 to 15% who are passing, no, in the same paper. Is the paper different for everybody else, or it is same for everyone? So paper is same, so even if it is out of syllabus for you, it is out of syllabus for other person also, no? So if as simple as that, if even one person can clear that examination, that person has to be me. That should be your attitude and focus. As simple as that. Do not rely on ICAI's passing percentage. Do not rely on ICAI's which paper will come easy or difficult. You have to rely on yourself, right? After becoming a chartered accountant, you are not going to rely on somebody else. You have to be reliant on yourself. So keep that thing in mind whenever you are doing any studies or anything, that oh my god, in the attempt that I gave the paper was very difficult, but it was difficult for everybody else. Same way. So if one person can clear, then even you could have done it. As simple as that. That should be the probably attitude or confidence when you are studying. That really helps. So are we clear, guys? Are we clear with planning and operational variance? Yes, absolutely done and dusted, crystal clear. Okay. Now another question I will just show you, which was asked in the examinations. As it is, question was asked in the examinations. Let's have a look. See this. Can you see this question? AGF, not KGF. AGF, can you see? This same to same as it is question was asked again in May 2019 ICAI exam. In May 2019 ICAI exam. Let's read the question. You can just directly read the question from here, no need to open the book. As we are reading, you will realize that, oh, everything is what we have done. See here. AGF is a chemical processing company that produces sprays used by farmers to protect their crops. One of these sprays, AgroFresh, is made either using chemical A or chemical B. To produce 1 liter of AgroFresh spray, they have the option to use either 12 liters of chemical A or 12 liters of chemical B. PG and PD, you know, remember 2.5 kg of PG or 2.5 kg of PD. Here 12 liters of chemical A or 12 liters of chemical B. I have two options. During the financial year, purchase department of AGF planned to use chemical B, as it appeared it would be cheaper of the two, and their plans were based on a chemical B of 15 per liter. Can I say this becomes my original standard? Are we clear, everybody? Original standard 15 per liter. Due to subsequent market movements during the year, the actual prices changed, and if the concerned department had purchased efficiently, the cost would have been chemical A 15.4, chemical B 16. Now we have chosen chemical A or B. We have chosen B, but eventually when the purchasing is happening, can I say A has become cheaper? Yes. Similar to our PGPD? Yes. Are we clear, everyone? Okay. Production of AgroFresh spray was 1000 liters. Usage was 12,800 at a cost of 2,09,920. Can I say this is actual information? Suppose if I give you exactly 3 to 4 minutes, will you be able to solve and show it to me? Lights, camera, rolling, action. Do not look anywhere. The question is open in front of you. Start. You have to make two things: traditional variance, planning and operational variance. Start.